The Customer Relations Department is planning to survey their customers. They want a survey instrument that takes less than 20 minutes to complete. They have given their survey to 65 employees and recorded their time. At 0.05 level of significance, then can they claim that the average time to complete the survey takes less than 20 minutes? So we are doing a hypothesis testing about the mean. Mean here would be the average time it takes to finish a survey. Now, what they want is that they want to have less than 20 minutes to complete this survey. We want mu to be less than 20 minutes. And we want to know if this can be supported with our data. So since they want it to be less than 20 minutes, this would be our alternate hypothesis. So they want mu to be less than 20, and therefore our null hypothesis would be that no, it takes more than 20 minutes to complete. And if that's the case, we have to say that the survey is too long and probably customers will not take the time to complete it. So they have done their testing using their own employees, using 65 employees, and they have found the data and have recorded it here. So I have recorded 65 times here, and now I want to do my testing. So first of all, my mean is going to be the average values for these 65 employees. So I will do Control Shift down, and we find out that the average time for these employees was 18 minutes, 0.03. So standard deviation, it would be standard deviation dot S and the same data range. So the standard deviation is about 3.71. Significance level, we are interested in 0.05, and hypothesized mean is that it will take less than 20 minutes. So now I want to calculate the t-value. As before, the t-value is the sample mean minus hypothesized mean divided by the standard deviation divided by the square root of n. And in this case, that would be the 18.03 minus the hypothesized mean of 20 divided by 3.71 divided by the square root of 65. I didn't do the count here, but there are 65 people in our data. So now I'm going to just let Excel calculate this for me and not myself. So this would be 18 minus 20 divided by standard deviation divided by the square root of the sample size, which was in this case 65. And my t-value turns out to be negative 4.27. So already I know I'm more than 3 standard deviations away, so this is going to be a rejection process because p-value is going to be very small, but we can calculate this. So let's make this equal to t.dist, and our x is negative 4.27. The next value is degrees of freedom. Degrees of freedom is always your sample size minus 1, and in this case there were 65 employees that were tested, so 64. And we want a cumulative, and as we see, the peak value comes out to be extremely small. So this is practically 0, and this is less than alpha of 0.05, so we will end up rejecting the null hypothesis. So p-value in this case was smaller than alpha, and therefore we would reject the null hypothesis. Which means what? Which means that we believe that it will take less than 20 minutes. So if that was what they were looking for, this survey will satisfy that requirement, and they can go ahead and send it to their customers.